I refused to let my cousin's kids come party because they ruined last year's party. My cousin Rita has 3 boys, ages 8, 10, and 12. Last year's birthday party for my daughter was a disaster because of them. They showed up an hour early while I was still setting up decorations. Rita just dropped them off and left to run errands. The oldest kid immediately started opening presents that weren't his. When I told him to stop, he threw a tantrum and knocked over my coffee table. The middle kid found my expensive makeup in the bathroom and used my $60 foundation as face paint. The youngest one decided to give my cat a bath in the kitchen sink. My cat scratched him, he screamed bloody murder, and I had to clean up water everywhere. During the actual party, they hogged the bounce house, pushed smaller kids down the slide, and started a food fight with the birthday cake. Other parents started leaving early with their children. My daughter cried because her special day was ruined. This year, I called Rita 2 weeks before the party. I explained politely that her boys couldn't come this time because of what happened last year. She exploded over the phone, screaming that I was discriminating against her children and being a terrible family member. She hung up on me. The next day, she called my mom, my sister, even my grandmother, telling them I was excluding her kids for no reason. My whole family started texting me, saying I was being cruel and that kids will be kids. The pressure was intense. Everyone was taking Rita's side without hearing my story. 3 days before the party, Rita showed up at my house unannounced with all 3 boys in the car. She marched up to my door and rang the bell repeatedly. When I answered, she pushed past me into my living room. The boys were already running around, touching everything like they owned the place. Rita announced that she'd talked to the family and we'd worked everything out. Her kids were definitely coming to the party whether I liked it or not. I stood there watching the oldest kid pick up my new vase and something snapped inside me. I pulled out my phone and started recording. "Rita," I said loudly, "you and your kids need to leave my house right now." She laughed and said I couldn't make her. That's when I called 911 and put it on speaker. I told the dispatcher that someone had entered my home without permission and refused to leave after being asked. Rita's face went white as she heard me giving my address to the police. She started gathering her kids frantically, suddenly in a huge hurry to get out, but it was too late. The officers arrived as she was buckling the youngest into his car seat. They took a report about the trespassing incident and gave Rita a formal warning. The next day, I sent the recording to every family member who'd been pressuring me. You could clearly hear Rita admitting she planned to force her way into my party against my wishes. The family group chat went completely silent for 3 days. My party went perfectly. Kids played nicely, parents stayed and chatted. My daughter had the magical day she deserved. Rita hasn't spoken to me since, and honestly, that's been the best part of all.